Craig, after a difficult start to the season, the 2-0 victory against Pennebont at the weekend was the perfect way to bounce back.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we didn't win down there last year, did we? You know, we got beat 2-1 and 1-0, so it was a great opportunity to go down there after a really disappointing performance and in results. It's an opening game of the season, so yeah. Now that the lads and everyone stuck together and a really good dominant performance.
Well, there's an opportunity to continue the momentum here at Park Hall on Friday night. We take on Connah's Quay Nomads in what's going to be a rematch of last season's JD Welsh Cup final.
Yep. Tough game again. Obviously, we've got a double header this weekend as well, Friday, Monday. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Like you said, I thought the lads were dominant on Saturday down at Pennebont, and their keepers made 3 or 4 good saves as well, which it could have been a little bit more. I don't think Sheps has had a save to make. So yeah, it was real good reaction, and just need to take it into the next game as well, and obviously we've set our standards as we have done a lot of time for a long time. So yeah, it was really good. The boys deserve that credit because obviously we weren't great against Britain Ferry, and we're coming for a little bit of criticism, which is due, but then to perform like that, then it's capped off and hats off, should I say, to the lads. It's a well deserved victory.
Including the Welsh Cup final last season, we played 3 games against the Nomads. They all ended in 2-1 victories for the New Saints. Yeah. So that suggests it's going to be another tight contest this time around.
Yeah, it does, and I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. They've obviously got a new management with John Disney. I know he's at our game on Saturday. I seen him and spoke to him after the game. I know it does really well. Fantastic professional, very good player and a great guy. So he's going to have his own ideas of how they want to play. Had the opportunity to watch him against Colwyn Bay. Obviously, they didn't have a game at the weekend through no fault of their own themselves, and Flint games cut and called off. So yeah, it's they'll be chomping at the bit, I'd imagine, and wanting to come here and try and probably recreate what Britain Ferry done to us. So we've got to make sure that we're alert and we're ready, and we're good week training and going to the game with a positive mental attitude.
Yeah, you mentioned John Disney there. He's been appointed manager. The club's also switched to a hybrid model this summer as well, so they've had a busy few months. It's going to be a good game, and John's going to want to get his managerial career off to the best possible start. He obviously had the draw against Colwyn Bay, so he's looking to continue momentum himself.
Yes, definitely. Like I say, I know Diz really well. He's a winner. A real competitor. So they've obviously strengthened a bit as well, and obviously moving back to the hybrid model, which was so successful. 4 or 5 years ago when I was assistant with Andy, obviously won 2 leagues with it as well with that system. So they're obviously looking to try and strengthen and looking to try and move the club forward again back into the hybrid role, and obviously want to compete higher up than what they did last year. I think what everyone thinks and knows is that they'll probably finish a little bit lower than you expect last year, not even getting in the top 6, where I think they'll be competing at the top end of the season this season, top end of the league this season, should I say.
You've mentioned the bank holiday weekend with the 2 games, short turnaround before the Colwyn Bay game on Monday. Is that going to have any sort of impact on the team selection for Friday?
No, not at all. No. We'll go into Friday first and foremost, and we can't take eye off the ball on Friday. We'll deal with the game on Friday, then we'll move on quite quickly Friday after the game and Saturday morning and assess where we are and who's fit, who's not fit, and then we'll go again on the Monday. It's football must be getting a younger man's game, because both John Disney and Michael Wilde have both played for myself, and so I know them really well. So yeah, it shows how old I'm getting at 47.
Is it going to be a challenge facing ex-players as coaches, because they obviously know the way you set up teams, you obviously know the way they play?
Yeah, I think it just makes it a little bit interesting, doesn't it? I think by the time, you only have to manage in the Welsh Prem for a year or so, and then you get to know everyone. But it's nice. It's nice coming up against, ex-players, and, both very good professionals, both really good guys. Regarding Michael Wilde was one of my first signings here when I come back the first time in 2011-12. So yeah, it's and work closely with Wildy and with Diz. So they know me really well, and I know them really well, and looking forward to catching up with them on Friday and Monday, as long as we win.
And finally, Craig, what's the injury situation looking on Saturday? It looked like everyone got through the game unscathed. Is that the case?
Yeah, they did. In Josh Daniels and Danny Davis are fully available now as well, which is really good. You know, strengthens our options again. You know, so yeah, we're really excited about that. You know, both have been missing for a long time, and they've had 3 or 4 really good weeks on the grass now. And this week they're ramping up the full training, and they'll both be available for Friday and Monday.